Yes, these are breaking inputs here coming in of the Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi. He has briefed the media just about a couple of minutes ago here, and this is after the cabinet meet that he had with his new cabinet. Now, he says that he's ready to implement on all the feedback that he's receiving. He has no ego issues, will not stop fighting on issues that are plaguing Punjab. He's now also been tasked with pacifying the disgruntled Navjot Singh Sidhu. What does all this mean as far as governance is concerned and the infighting and the crisis within the Punjab Congress unit here? We have with us our correspondent Gurpreet getting us further updates here on this. Gurpreet, the Chief Minister there brazening it out, saying that he will take in all the feedback, saying that his government is working on addressing all issues that are plaguing Punjab. But to what extent is the Navjot Singh Sidhu crisis impacting his own cabinet right now?
Well, yes, of course, the own government is getting affected the way this resignation has been given by Navjot Singh Sidhu, and this is what Chief Minister of Punjab, Charanjit Singh Channi, has already conveyed the message to everyone. The party is supreme, not the individual is supreme. The party is supreme, and now he says that he's confident there will be a meeting with Navjot Singh Sidhu, and this matter will be resolved as early as possible. But as of now, what he's saying, the way Navjot Singh Sidhu has raised this issue, saying the appointment of APS Deol and other people that should not be appointed the way he has been appointed. As of now, it seems that the Chief Minister of Punjab, Charanjit Singh Channi, is reluctant to remove anyone. He says that if the people will ask any question, we will definitely give the answer, and I don't have any ego. I can change anyone anytime. But as of now, he wants that this government is people's government. The people should come forward and they should appeal. So one thing which is very, very evident at this point of time, the Chief Minister has taken up a stand and he has already conveyed the message, party is supreme, not the individual is supreme. That means that there will take some time to go for negotiation with Navjot Singh Sidhu if it is required. But as of now, that this is the standoff which is going on between both the leaders, whether the CM as well as Navjot Singh Sidhu. And moreover, he has also said that when we have already told that if there is any grudges, especially being a party chief, he is supposed to take the party along with him. He should come on the platform and he should discuss instead of submitting the resignation the way he has submitted.
That's right. Well, Gurpreet, please hold that thought here. Stay on with us here, please, because we'll be getting an addition to those breaking inputs here with the Chief Minister. When he was specifically asked about Navjot Singh Sidhu, he said that he has spoken to Navjot Singh Sidhu over the phone and the party is supreme. Sidhu can anytime come and speak and will not divert from issues of public interest. Chief Minister Channi has invited Sidhu for talks as well. Now, Gurpreet, this is, of course, reiterating effectively what you just broke a short while back on what the Chief Minister has said pertaining to the Sidhu crisis here. But how is this now going to be dealt with the Chief Minister? Because the larger sense is that Sidhu was unhappy with certain people in this new cabinet, and this new cabinet is of the new Chief Minister Channi.
Well, that when he was speaking about Navjot Singh Sidhu, he was also indicating and giving a message that if the people of Punjab, they will raise this issue, he is ready to replace anybody. He doesn't have any ego at all. He is willing to do whatever the people want. But one thing is very clear. The way Navjot Singh Sidhu is trying to show supremacy in the party, that he did not adjust, he did not indicate that somebody is superior than the Chief Minister of Punjab, and that's why he has given a very clear message. He has been appointed by the party and the party is supreme.
Right. Gurpreet, help us understand what are we expecting in the coming few hours here, given the fact that the Congress High Command has not responded to this either. It is now entirely been put on the state party unit here to resolve this crisis. Who's the working PCC and the role that the working Punjab Congress chief is now going to be playing in this?
Well, that as of now, we all know PCC chief, and he is working with a lot of working president, 3 working president. they are taking care of the affairs. But one thing is coming out of a whole controversy. Maybe Punjab Singh will be played a role as a mediator. He will talk to Navjot Singh Sidhu and he will convey the message to Chief Minister of Punjab Charanjit Singh Channi. And the way he says, within one day he will be having a meeting. So anytime the meeting can be held between the Chief Minister as well as Navjot Singh Sidhu, and finally then the result will come out whether they are going to re-induct Navjot Singh Sidhu. They will try to convince him to withdraw his resignation or not. That is only up to Navjot Singh Sidhu. But in the morning we have seen in the video he was speaking very boldly, saying that haq sach ki ladai hai. I will continue this fight. I will not go before any pressure. So let's see how the things will be taking place and how the things will be unfolding, because Chief Minister has already offered.
Right, the sense that Navjot Singh Sidhu taking the higher moral ground here on this. Absolutely, Gurpreet. We're getting in more voices. We're connected with senior journalist Hemant Atre, Mr. Vinod Sharma, senior journalist here as well. First to you, Hemant Atre, on what are we expecting next here on this? Navjot Singh Sidhu, now having broken his silence, he's taking the high moral ground here, saying that there can be no compromise on corruption.
See, Afrida, whatever mess Sidhu is creating, it is not without an intent. He wants to drive the government by proxy driving, which is not possible. His main job is to run the party, not the government. That is one. Still, if he has certain reservations, there is a proper, there is a process of doing that. He must communicate with the High Command. He should tell his points. He should make his presentation, whatever it is, and then they will take a call. By going publicly on each and everything. Today, he is going for this. Tomorrow, elections are just 100, 120 days away. Then there will be party ticket distribution. Tomorrow, suppose he doesn't get the tickets as per his recommendation, he will again resign. So resignation in any party, in any form, on public platform is no solution. Issue is how to address the issues in an amicable way by taking everybody into the loop. What Navjot Singh Sidhu is doing, it is not like a team leader. He is basically, whatever he is doing, he is creating a mess for nothing. See, he has already lost the fight for chief ministership as of now. What he wants to do, that there should be a particular message that I am the person who is driving this government as well as the party, which is not possible in any political party. That is one.
Right. So in your view, he's not just making a mess, he's making a public mess on this here as well. Please hold that thought, because we also have to play in the latest remark here that came in from the Chief Minister just a couple of minutes ago. We'll take that into account. We'll take a listen into the Chief Minister's latest remark and weigh in on the further discussion on that. Let's take a listen in.
जो प्रधान होता है पार्टी का वो हेड होता है, तो हेड ने परिवार में बैठकर अपनी मजबूती से बात रखकर अपनी बातों को आगे लेकर आना होता है। सो मैंने आज भी सिद्धू साहब से टेलीफोन पे बात की है कि पार्टी सुप्रीम होती है, सरकार पार्टी की आइडियोलॉजी को मानती है और उसके ऊपर चलती है। आप आओ, बैठकर बात करो, जिस तरीके से आपको कोई गलतियां लग रही हैं वो पहले भी आप कर सकते थे, आप भी कर सकते।
Right, Mr. Vinod Sharma, senior journalist, also connected with us here on this. Thank you for being with us. In your view, taking a listen into what the Chief Minister says on this crisis, what is the sense that you're getting? How is the party indicating to resolve this?
You see, I've heard the video of Navjot Sidhu, where he raises the issue of sacrilege and the appointment of certain bureaucrats and the Advocate General. And then he talks about corruption. So he's trying hard to give a veneer of anti-corruption crusade and defense of the faith of Sikhism. But may I tell you one thing, that it's more than clear to even to a naked eye that he's driven by his ambition. And the Chief Minister is shining in contrast with Sidhu. He comes across as a man reasonable. He's telling him the party is supreme, the government's function as per the broad directions of the party. You are the party chief here. You come and talk. Let us talk, and we'll resolve this issue. Now, bureaucratic appointments can be changed anytime. That is the discretion of the political executive of the day. I do not know why Mr. Sidhu chose to wield a sword to kill a fly. There is more to it. He is unable to
So, Mr. Sharma, this perception of taking a high moral ground in shaming everyone else in the party here, do you think the party is going to be reaching out to him at all for having acted in this manner and written out in a public statement in this manner?
His earlier USP was that he is so charismatic that other parties would be lining up, queuing up to have him in. But that is lost. Nobody wants a radioactive material in the middle of in the womb of the party. He's proved to be a highly radioactive human resource. I mean, instead of playing the sheet anchor, he's gifting away his wicket. I mean, he can't be, playing as if he's playing the slog over. He should have played the sheet anchor as the PCC chief, the way Sunil Gavaskar used to in his times, But he's trying to be a big hitter. He's playing to the gallery rather than in the interest of the party. No party can be run.
Okay. Final question to you, Mr. Hemant Atre, on this. How do you think governance... Yes, how do you think, Mr. Hemant Atre, governance is going to be impacted? Because we're also hearing in almost on a daily basis now, yesterday and today, both from the Chief Minister, in continuously talking about work, talking about governance issues, talking about things that are plaguing Punjab and how he's addressing them. How do you think behind the scenes the Sidhu factor is going to impact governance of the new Chief Minister and his cabinet right now?
Whatever Navjot Singh Sidhu is doing for last, say, about 3 days, and particularly after resigning, he has shown his ambitions very clearly. He will neither play himself nor the other team members, that is the Chief Minister and the cabinet, let him play. This is his simple phenomena. What he is doing, he is playing to the galleries. If your Advocate General and DGP is not as per his choice, he should have taken it on the party platform. You just can't tweet every resignation here and there on every issue. Are you behaving like a party president or you are like a maverick? What are you doing? If there was an issue, he should have spoken on the party platform. He could have spoken to the Chief Minister prior to that, after that. What he is doing, he is trying to create a sympathy for himself, to project himself as a savior of Guru Granth Sahib on the dharmic agenda, panthik agenda, and number two, a corruption issue.
Okay.
Once the cabinet was being decided, could not he tell the party high command that I will not tolerate this and that? He didn't utter a single word. Why? Because he had to create a theatre. He is a master of creating theatres. In politics, you can do theatres today or tomorrow, but you can't do it every day. And imagine, if he is such a big leader, as Vinod Sharmaji, my senior colleague, rightly pointed out, if he was such a big leader, then Shromani Akali Dal, BJP, AAP, even anybody, they would have been lining up before him. There is no taker for Navjot Singh Sidhu. Why? Simply due to his style of functioning. Neither he will play, nor he will let the government play, neither he will work,
unpredictability, which is now once again being proven in this episode here as well. Absolutely. I'm afraid we'll have to leave it at that, but thank you for sharing your views and opinions. Mr. Hemant Atre, Mr. Vinod Sharma, both speaking with us here on this. With that, we're slipping into a very tiny breather, but